Nori is a snack when it's fried and multiplied in price. Mike couldn't figure it out. He sold his favorite computer and bought 10 boxes. He wanted to make money by frying seaweed, but the seaweed was either bitter or very greasy. He tried again and again. Even though his arms were covered in blisters from the oil, he didn't give up. Soon he ran out of 10 boxes of seaweed. The flavor he wanted still didn't come out. Just when he wanted to give up, he saw another packet on the floor. He remembered that it had been rained on yesterday and hadn't been thrown away. So he picked it up and continued to fry. But he didn't expect the seaweed to be different from the ones he'd eaten before. When he tasted it, he realized it wasn't as bad. It turned out that the seaweed itself was very salty and had to be soaked in water first. Once the seaweed was on the market, business was really booming. Mike's rough estimate was that he made $300,000 a year. He felt very satisfied, so he called his parents to share his joy. But he found out from his mother that his father was $10 million in debt. It would take him 40 years to pay it off just by selling seaweed. $300,000 a year is not so much. At night, Mike was shopping at a convenience store when he realized that there were 3 convenience stores on one street. He saw this as an opportunity. The next morning, Mike wore his father's old suit and took his seaweed to the manager of the convenience store headquarters. He wanted all the convenience stores to carry his product, but his seaweed didn't meet the criteria of the convenience store in terms of size, packaging and price. The manager refused to even try the product, so he found a professional who redesigned the packaging and changed the size of the seaweed. Mike went back to the convenience store headquarters with a box of Little Boss seaweed. The receptionist told him the manager was in a meeting and needed to wait, but he waited for a whole day. Finally, he realized that the manager was not in a meeting but just didn't want to see him, so he turned around and left. In the elevator, he even gave the seaweed to the security guard. He called his mother and told her he never wanted to start a business again, but the opportunity was fleeting. An employee at the headquarters found the seaweed that Mike had left behind, so he grabbed a few packs. He couldn't stop eating it. It was so good, he sucked his fingers every time. Soon Mike was called back to headquarters.